Hello, my name is Eleanor Wilson. This is ED-LD 5318, and I'm going to discuss my implementation questions. I plan to use Canvas for the learning management system because it is relatively easy to navigate. My district does use Schoology, but it is not available to create a course currently. I will use the majority of media in the online component of the course. I will use a variety of resources such as screencasts, YouTube videos, Writable, Serious.com test prep, and Cambian.com test prep to support and enhance learning. And I will discuss those final two a little bit when I go into the actual course. The overview or the Start Here module will live at the top of the course modules. I will use this section to introduce and explain the important components of the course in order for the students to successfully navigate the course. I will use a short paragraph to introduce myself because I will already have introduced myself face-to-face. I will have the students introduce themselves in a discussion. The students will respond to each other's discussion post in order to get them to collaborate. Here is an outline of my actual first two modules. I have the Start Here section. Week 1, which is going to be pre-assessment, and then week 2 is going to delve into what is an extended constructed response. For this course, I will use UBD backward design, and I will use Fink's 3-column table to align outcomes, plan activities, and assessments. I will share my main course goal and outcomes in the overview section and at the beginning of each module. I am using the TEKS, which is the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills for writing in order to align outcomes, activities, and assessment. Each module will focus on a specific writing objective. I am implementing a blended learning model. The face-to-face portion will be mostly teacher-led with a focus on student-centered learning in the online component. This is competency-based, so the students will be responsible for writing an extended constructed response on the STAR exam. I am teaching writing, so there will be parts of each type of instructor role in my course. In my mini lessons, I will act as a presenter. During active engagement, I will act as a facilitator by walking around the room, listening to my students' discussions, their turn in talks. In my small group instruction, I will act as a coach to help students improve their writing, and I will use my teacher-student conferences to act as a mentor to help my students improve their writing as well. This course utilizes a blended learning model. Mostly it is face-to-face. The percentage of synchronous to asynchronous collaboration will be 80-20, with more collaboration taking place in the face-to-face interactions, but I have put some activities in the online portion where the students will be able to collaborate as well. I will use the available tech support in Canvas in order to address the needs and issues the learners may face. Now let's take a look at the actual course. As stated earlier, I said that in the overview, I will have my teacher introduction, and then I will have my students do a discussion post on themselves. They're going to introduce themselves to their classmates. I made it where they could, put a video, pictures, things like that. And then they have to respond to 2 classmates. My course outcomes will live in the overview. This is where I have my big, hairy, audacious goal. My 4th grade students will compose a 4-paragraph extended constructed response. which is a composition written in response to a reading selection in order to prepare for the end of the year state's standardized test. The major learning goal is that the learner will write an extended constructed response to a literary text. The following are some of the learning outcomes, and these are based on the TEKS. Underneath my course outcomes, I have my course outline, which you saw earlier under the implementation portion. I have a video here for how the students can navigate Canvas. And then I have the norms, which I will have my students come up with together, and information on internet etiquette, and then all of my policies. In week 1, we're going to be focusing on pre-assessment. Here we will have our module learning outcomes. We will have our essential questions, and the students will complete a writing entrance inventory in which they have to fill out a Google form, how they feel about writing at this point. Under that, the students will do a pre-assessment. So I will put the prompt in at the beginning of the course, just to see where they are. Can you write a paragraph? Can you write 3 paragraphs? And so at the end of that week, the students will write a reflection. They will put their writing sample into the discussion to have their classmates respond to them, give them feedback, give them feed forward. And then I will do face-to-face teacher-student conferences for the students I feel that need heavy support. In week 2, we will be delving into what is an extended constructed response. So I have my module learning outcomes here. I have a video. What is a constructed response? It's a YouTube video, child-friendly. And then I have put in a lesson from Serious.com, which is a test prep website for the STAR. It includes skill lessons for the extended constructed response, and this week we'll be focusing on introduction, how to write an introduction. So this lesson will be on the prompt and the central idea statement. The students are able to click through the lessons, and you see the available toolbar that they have up there to help them navigate. I will do a face-to-face lesson on changes a character undergoes, and the anchor chart will live here in the online portion. And then I will also put the reading selection here in the online portion so that they can refer back to it as they write their introduction. I will model how to write an introduction that will be done face-to-face. And then the students will write an actual introduction, which they will put into the online portion. This is where they have their voice choice because they need to write and answer a question. So they will all have different responses. I will have them write a reflection. They will put their introduction into the discussion post, reflect on, how they felt they did on the introduction, and then I will have other students give them feedback and feed forward. And then at the end of this week, I will pull small groups face-to-face for those students that need the support. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a good day.